Have you ever wondered how to land the perfect job or the job of your dreams, or wonder what determines if you get the job, or do you think about what employees judge you on? I found useful tips to help answer those questions. To begin your job search, begin by reading the job duties and qualifications. Make sure the duties match your qualifications. For instance, if a job requires heavy lifting and you have back problems, you don't need to apply for that particular job. It's also helpful to research the company and get familiar with it before your interview. Many companies only accept online applications, but a resume with a cover letter is good to include. A good resume can help land the right job. Several websites are available to download resume templates. For instance, resumetemplates.org. Communicating with the company you're applying for is a must. If you personally walk in to hand your application to them, if they accept an application in person and they don't require you to do it online, then be sure you're dressed appropriately and prepared just in case you're asked to stay for an interview. Interview clothing should be a no-brainer. Dress according to the job you're applying for. For a corporate job, a suit is best, but for a mechanic or a welder, you could get by with wearing khakis and a polo. For women, slacks work for most any interview. It's just important to be neat. On the day of the interview, consider arriving 10 minutes early. That's the best. In order to get there on time, you need to know the exact location and how long it takes you to get there. When you arrive, it would be a good idea to make a visit to the restroom to freshen up and take a deep breath. We all know the obvious: handshake, eye contact, and smile, but it's important to remember if we encounter others in the building, we should greet them and be friendly, because you never know if they may be a coworker. Have a seat, sit up straight, and greet your interviewer by Mr. or Mrs. In addition to the don'ts listed, remember not to speak negative about your former employer or supervisor. It's best not to act solely interested in salary either. Salary may be important, but don't go into the interview making it apparent that that is all you're interested in. Do not act desperate. I repeat, do not act desperate. This just happened at my place of employment, and because of it, it did not work for the lady, and she was so desperate to leave her old job, but she wasn't hired on for the new job because of that reason. You will be asked questions. Answer them with adequate answers. Sometimes your answers will determine if you can and will do the job, and if you will fit in. Your answers should be clear and relevant. The goal is to hire the right person the first time. Honesty is the best way to answer questions. Personality testing is actually common. It may sound irrelevant, but can assist employers with knowing how you face adversity. Later, we'll see some personality traits examined. You'll understand why it may not be good to hire a blue person to work with a green person. Just so you're prepared and not caught off guard, you need to be prepared that you may be asked to give an example of a time you faced a problem at work, or to describe an event that happened to you. You may also be asked how you would handle a disagreement with a coworker. When responding to a behavioral question, be specific. Do not describe how you would behave, but describe how you did behave. If you feel your behavior was inappropriate, then explain how you behaved differently the next time and what you learned from it. Color personality tests are used by companies all over the world to find ideal employees. People are born with many different personality traits. These traits can affect a lot when it comes to their jobs. Take a note of this website and try the test for yourself. www.gwtalumni.wordpress.com. Think of the color personalities as similar to a horoscope. The white color personality is someone who is polite and cooperative. They seek conflict-free surroundings, and family is important to them. A lot of them, the white color personalities, tend to be caretakers. Green tend to look at the big picture. They're not detail-oriented. They're generally organized and neat. A lot of green personalities tend to become secretaries, treasurers, or committee chairs in clubs. Seems odd to me that they're not detail-oriented, but they are organized. The red type of individuals are logical, practical, and they do not display emotion easily. They're natural leaders. I bet if we looked at a lot of employers' personalities, many would be the color red. They love leadership roles and they enjoy managing people. Blue individuals are very self-confident. They challenge anything and everything. They're interested in theories, innovation, and change. They're quiet, creative, loyal, and many enjoy the arts. Although they're considered self-confident, they're also considered shy. Literature review researchers have studied personality tests and have found them to be reliable and valid. There are many different tests. I chose the color test as my example. There are even more color tests than the one I did that use different colors that have different meanings. Once your interview is complete, after the applications, questions, and personality tests have been complete, it's always a good idea to leave with a handshake and to thank your interviewer for considering you for the job. Thanking them can be done in many ways. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this slideshow.